What happens when an experienced embezzler, a seasoned financial inspector, a computer genius, and a well-connected film enthusiast join forces? They pull off a chaotically thrilling heist. Undercover Miss Hong continues to prove why it's a masterclass in writing, as episode 12 explodes into a high-stakes operation while expertly weaving in the somber, tragic reality of the IMF crisis, delivering a perfectly well-rounded episode. In this video, we're breaking down the roller coaster events of episode 12 and diving into the dangerous, adrenaline-fueled preview for the upcoming episode 13. Episode 12, Money Never Sleeps, paints a stark contrast. Right at the center of this chaos is the Yeouido pirates crew, boldly launching the second stage of their operation to take over Hanmin. Geum Bo leverages her expertise as a former financial inspector to engineer a brilliant play. Use the old banknote scam to outwit director Oh Dok-yu. Step 1 of the operation: plant the seed. With the help of director Yoon, they spread a rumor about a lucrative old banknote operation. Step 2: building the trust. Using a voice modulator, Geum Bo introduces herself as K and hooks director Oh by dropping highly classified details regarding Hanmin's slush funds. Step 3: cast the bait. Geum Bo offers him an irresistible exchange: 1 billion won in old notes for new ones, with a massive 50% commission. And finally, step 4: the final blow. After lulling him into a false sense of security, the crew raises the stakes to a staggering 10 billion won. By exploiting his immense greed and sheer foolishness, the crew swaps his cash for rocks and successfully secures the domestic slush funds. But the heist comes with emotional baggage. Albert is devastated to discover his father's true nature, confessing that while he knew about his grandfather's corruption, he secretly hoped his father was different. Geum Bo relates to this heartbreak, sharing that she too was betrayed by someone she deeply trusted. It's exactly why she's fighting so hard now, so her future self won't have to live with any regrets. This mirrors the emotional conversation between director Yoon and Shin Jung-woo. Here, we finally learn the thread closely connecting director Yoon and Geum Bo. The cherished mentor Geum Bo lost during the Hanmin audit 9 years ago was director Yoon's younger brother. In a crushing flashback, director Yoon admits the ugly truth. He berated his brother and told him to walk away from the Hanmin mess more out of selfish self-preservation than genuine concern, a choice that left him with lifelong regret. In a moment of vulnerability, Jung-woo admits to sharing the same feeling. Are the tides finally turning for Jung-woo? Or are we just finally catching a glimpse of the real him? But hold on, the operation is far from over. The crew immediately initiates stage 3. With director Oh in massive trouble for losing the domestic slush funds, Albert steps in with a deceptive lifeline. Promising that he will become the chairman of Hanmin, Albert urges his father to sell his company's stakes to cover the missing money. This is where the crew swoops in for the kill. Now operating as a formally registered investment firm with Geum Bo acting as CEO, the Yeouido pirates buy up 99% of director Oh's shares. However, the ever-observant Song Ju-ran smells blood in the water. Suspicious of director Oh, she squeezes her new mole, Cha Jung-il, and discovers director Oh is down to a mere 1% share. Wary of this information, she sends her goon to immediately check on the remaining slush funds. Right as the tension peaks, we get a beautiful emotional release. Mi-suk is finally awake from her coma, and the residents of room 301 are reunited at last. But the celebration is cut brutally short, as Song Ju-ran now knows that the slush fund under Hong Jong-mi's name has been withdrawn. Which leads us to episode 13. With only 4 episodes remaining, everything is about to come crashing down. Kang Nora is beginning to suspect that the duo is operating something behind her back. Their cover is eventually blown when she actually stumbles into the room filled with the stolen funds. Meanwhile, Chairman Kang makes his own deadly play. He holds a secret meeting with DK Ventures to push Shin Jong-woo out of the picture. Has he already caught wind of their plan to take over the company? To make matters worse, Chairman Kang is now suggesting to reallocate their slush funds. This sends Song Ju-ran into an absolute panic. Knowing the outstanding Women Employee Club fund is gone, she and her dangerous enforcer set a plan in motion to steal all of it back. The preview ends on a terrifying note. A masked figure stalks into the dormitory hallway as Geum Bo desperately rings the emergency bells, screaming that a burglar is in the building. Here's our big questions for episode 13. Did Songju Ran finally manage to connect the dots to Geum Bo's true identity? Will they lose the funds they risked their lives to secure? And finally, will the crew able to survive the imminent danger that awaits them? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.